This video will show you how to connect your Unleashed account to your QuickBooks Online account. Before we look at the setup, please note that the QuickBooks Online settings differ depending on which region of the world you are in. Please see the Unleashed help files for more information on these settings. From the Unleashed homepage, go to Integration, then Integration Store. Find the QuickBooks Online option and click Configure. Information regarding the QuickBooks Online integration is displayed at the bottom of this page. Click Install App on the right-hand side of the screen. You will then be prompted to connect to your QuickBooks Online account. Click on the Connect to QuickBooks button. You will be directed to the QuickBooks login page. Enter your login details here, then click the Sign In button. You will then see a notification that a code has been emailed to you. Click Continue so that the code can be sent. The next page will prompt you to enter the 6-digit code that was emailed to you. Then click Continue. You will then be prompted to select the company that you would like to connect to. The next screen will ask you to authorize the sharing of data between Unleashed and QuickBooks. Click the Authorize button. You will then be directed to the QuickBooks Configuration tab in Unleashed. You should see a message confirming that the integration was successful. You should then also see that the integration status on the top right-hand side of the page is switched on. The next step is to link your QuickBooks chart of accounts to Unleashed. Please note that there is no sales account selection, as there is only one default sales account that Unleashed will pass to QuickBooks. The cost of goods sold account selection should be your cost of goods sold account in your QuickBooks Sales and Expense. All shipment journals sent to QuickBooks will be coded to the cost of goods account and the stock on hand account. The stock on hand account selection should be your stock on hand account in your QuickBooks Current Assets. All purchases and journals sent from Unleashed will be coded to this account. The next step is to set up your QuickBooks taxes. Before you can link the taxes here, you will need to ensure that you have created all your taxes in your QuickBooks account. Let's demonstrate an example of how to set up a zero sales tax. From your QuickBooks account, select Tax. The Tax Center page will display. Select the New Tax button at the top of the screen. You can then select Custom Tax and then click Next. The next step is to give your tax a name. So let's say this is my No Sales Tax example. Towards the bottom of the screen, you can then select that it is a tax on sales, then click Next. On the next screen, you can enter the sales rate percentage, which would be 0 for our example, then click Done. You should then see a confirmation message appear at the top of the screen. You should also then see the new tax in your list of taxes. Let's then go back to Unleashed and complete the setup for the taxes. You can go ahead and make a selection for the 4 taxes displayed here. The easiest way to map all your tax codes is to click the Auto Sync Tax Codes button. This will then create a copy of your QuickBooks tax codes to Unleashed. You also have the option to do this manually, which will require you to select the taxes individually on the Unleashed Taxes page. The next step is to set up what exports you would like from Unleashed to QuickBooks. This allows you to select whether transactions such as sales, purchases, supply returns, credits, etc. are exported to QuickBooks once you are connected. Once selected, you can click the Save Configuration button at the bottom of the screen. The Manage Your Data tab allows you to import your QuickBooks customers, suppliers, products, taxes, and accounts to Unleashed. The Export Data tab shows you what you have attempted to export to QuickBooks and the status of those exports. You are able to select from various filters at the top of the page. So we have a date selection to view exports for a particular period of time. You can then also search for particular transactions. For example, you can enter a supplier code to narrow down the list of exports. You can filter for various types of exports, such as credit journals, sales invoices, etc. The next filter can be used to view specific types of exports, such as successful, failed, or ignored exports. You are also able to filter by currency. You can also re-export or ignore certain exports by using the column on the far right-hand side of the list. You will also see the variance count and variance total displayed. Of course, your goal will be to have no variances. However, you would expect to see a variance for the following reasons. So that is how you get your Unleashed and QuickBooks accounts set up. Let's have a look at a few notes regarding what is sent from Unleashed to QuickBooks. Please note that only completed transactions are sent from Unleashed to QuickBooks. These transactions will be in the open or unapplied status in QuickBooks. Please also ensure that your taxes are mapped correctly in order for the integration to work as we would expect it. Please also ensure that your customers have not been archived. Again, please remember to check the Unleashed help files for more information regarding this integration. Thanks for watching the QuickBooks Setup video.